Staying on the royal visit, here King Charles highlighted the strong relationship between the U.S. and the U.K. Watch.
The alliance that our two nations have built over the centuries, and for which we are profoundly grateful to the American people, is truly unique. And that alliance is part of what Henry Kissinger described as Kennedy's soaring vision of an Atlantic partnership based on twin pillars, Europe and America. That partnership, I believe, Mr. Speaker, is more important today than it has ever been.
Nile Gardiner joins me now. Nile, great to see you. Is this relationship between President Trump and the King getting in the way of the demonization of President Trump, both by Dems here and by liberals in the UK?
Yes, I think it is, David, and the state visit so far has been a tremendous success, and the King's speech was really excellent yesterday to Congress, and the President's remarks at the White House yesterday morning, which I heard at the White House, were absolutely superb as well. And one of the most extraordinary things about the King's speech yesterday was the sight of all these Democrats actually standing up and applauding the King. And a lot of these Democrats, of course, are part of the No Kings movement, but they were among the most enthusiastic, actually, giving the King a standing ovation. So absolutely extraordinary scenes. I don't think anyone has united Congress quite in the way that the King has, actually, yesterday. And a very, very successful speech. At the same time as well, the King's doing a far better job representing the British people than Keir Starmer, the British Prime Minister, who has been absolutely awful. And so the King has emerged as a tremendous leader on the world stage, whereas, you know, Keir Starmer's back home in Britain fighting for his political life and probably about to walk the plank, I think, as Prime Minister in the next few weeks or so. Yeah,
but getting back to my question, I mean, the point is the friend of my enemy is supposed to be my enemy. In this case, they can't call Trump as much of an enemy as they used to because clearly the King is their friend. All right, I want to get another one in. President Trump has repeatedly criticized NATO for its lack of involvement in the Iran war. Here's what King Charles had to say about America's role in NATO. Play it.
From the depths of the Atlantic to the disastrously melting ice caps of the Arctic, the commitment and expertise of the United States Armed Forces and its allies lie at the heart of NATO, pledged to each other's defense, protecting our citizens and interests, keeping North Americans and Europeans safe from our common adversaries. Our defense, intelligence, and security ties are hardwired together through relationships measured not in years, but in decades.
Nile, very quickly, do you think King Charles softened Trump's stance on pulling the U.S. out of NATO?
Well, I think, you know, first, that President Trump isn't planning to withdraw the United States from NATO. He has, though, placed tremendous pressure on the NATO alliance to do more. And the King's speech, you know, directly referenced an increase in British defense spending, which is really the result of President Trump's pressure on the UK, actually. So I think, actually, President Trump is strengthening the NATO alliance rather than weakening it. And I think that that was reflected, actually, in the King's speech, where he talked about the UK adopting a more robust stance on increasing defense spending. And almost all NATO allies are doing the same, with the exception of Spain, who've been absolutely appalling on this issue.
Yeah, they sure have. Nile Gardiner, great to see you, Nile. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.